This is a demogorgon from Stranger Things. Pretty crazy, but it couldn't possibly be real. Something like this could never exist. Wrong. It does, as well as telekinetic kids.
Duncan could form something in his mind. They had the power to actually bring it into physical reality.
Portals.
They created this huge vortex
And even monsters.
and brought up this monster from a subconscious. And of course it became physical and real.
And it was all part of a top secret government project that is so close to Stranger Things that the show was almost originally named after this project, called Project Montauk. So I'm gonna try to figure out if any of this stuff is real or if it's all just a conspiracy theory. Thanks to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Before I interview people, go to the base where it all happened, and search for this monster, there's a little bit of background that I need to explain. So all these strange things started happening when the government tried to make a ship disappear off enemy radar. And somehow, they made the ship just completely disappear out of thin air. No idea how you mess up this bad, but allegedly this was done by Einstein and Nikola Tesla. The ship eventually reappears, and it turns out it teleported from Philadelphia to Virginia, and when it got back, the people aboard the boat had either gone crazy or they were fused with the ship itself. Congress realized this was all too dangerous and they didn't want to continue this project, but certain people wanted to keep going, mainly Dr. von Neumann. So he and some other people brought their work to an abandoned Air Force base called Camp Hero. This is basically the real lab from Stranger Things, and it's all in a town called Montauk. So we now made it to the town of Montauk. We're right by the base where all of this started. While this base was operational, people reported having headaches, having strange dreams, having weird mood swings. The thing I'm most curious about is if people in this town have heard about any of these stories. Excuse me. Oh, okay, they didn't see me. Have you heard of Project Montauk by chance? Camp Hero? Do you believe in any of the conspiracies, like they were trying to do mind control or anything?
Which looked to me like they were trying to contain something.
Yo, have you heard of Project Montauk by chance?
No, I haven't.
No idea. Nobody wants to talk about it, man.
The only thing that I know for sure about Camp Hero is I don't know if you've ever seen Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So that's Stranger Things based off of Camp Hero. Towers and bunkers in there and everything.
Okay, so it's not completely fake, but that still doesn't explain anything. Like, we were not getting many answers, so I went to somewhere that would hopefully be better. Do you know anyone that knows a lot about that?
Henry Osborne he's a historian and he does a lot of work at the lighthouse.
Oh, that would be great.
He might be able to help.
They gave us one guy that's a historian. He goes to the lighthouse. Hi, my name's Gavin, and some people said you're the guy to talk to, so I was wondering if we could come interview you.
Was this about the Montauk Project?
Yes.
I don't participate in that, but I appreciate you asking.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
What? That literally makes me more curious. The only people with actual knowledge about this place don't want to talk about it. So I think I'm just gonna have to go there myself. Stranger Things it might actually be my favorite show. So this is just like super exciting for me. Oh, okay, I thought it was gonna be a big reveal around this corner, but I'm just looking at trees. We keep getting edged. Oh, there it is. So basically, this is the place after the Philadelphia experiment. This is where they moved, where the military and the scientists kept doing their experiments. So they kind of wanted to see like how far they could, experiment with this new technology. And this giant radio tower, what they were experimenting with was like sound frequency. So they found out there was like a certain frequency where they could alter people's mood. And that's why I kind of interviewed people. But this is why people base it off of Stranger Things. This is where it gets really weird. Here, let's try to get in here first. Okay, it's closed right here. That sucks. Maybe there's another entrance. Oh wait, what are all these? There's a lot of animal prints here. Why people really compare this to Stranger Things is, so they started like experimenting with telekinesis and mind control, like I was talking about. And all this information was put out there by an apparent scientist named Preston Nichols, the one in this video.
It was a mind control project where they did research on how to influence the mind of man using electromagnetics.
They started experimenting on people, basically, and they started giving them substances like DMT and putting them through extreme, like they would starve people and then give them like a ton of food, like extreme differences. They would make them super hot then super cold. And what's crazy about this is that all of what I just said, that part is 100% real. It is in CIA documents. I literally was reading through actual official CIA documents. And the scariest part is they were unwilling people. It said that in the CIA document. Oh dude, there's footprints over here. Is this an entrance? Oh shoot, it's open. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm really terrified right now. Oh look, it's even falling over here. Well, this place looks pretty damaged just from old wear. Apparently this was a creature that did this. Oh dude, I can go up there. Oh, it doesn't lead anywhere. Darn it. I found an opening to it that's not blocked off, but I don't have lights or anything with me and it's pitch black in there. We're gonna have to come back. Now that we knew where to get in, we got some equipment to prepare to enter the base, the one that inspired Hawkins' lab from Stranger Things. All right, we just got back here at night. We are already significantly more spooked. I want to find evidence of 3 things. 1, there was experiments. 2, if there's like claw marks and stuff. Bro, we gotta get out of there. Everybody has left me no option but to get into this building. Everybody I tried to talk to, they ignored me. There were 5 people that claimed to be experimented on here. 4 of them, unfortunately, have passed away. There's one guy that's still alive. His name's Stuart Sturlow, and he has a book about this and all this stuff. Some people think he's just lying, but I hit him up. Ignored. Bro, nobody wants to talk to me, so I had to find answers for myself. It's crazy all the stuff that went down at this Air Force base. Unfortunately, they don't have any planes here, unlike War Thunder, the sponsor of today's video. While I get inside, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about today's sponsor. War Thunder is a military-style action-packed game. Best thing is that it's completely free on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Mac. It's pretty sick. Unlike this base, this game has everything, which means you can play however you want with planes, tanks, helicopters, and Navy vessels, like the ship that was apparently teleported in the Philadelphia experiment. The in-game ships don't teleport you, but it's so much cooler because you can install upgrades and completely customize basically everything to exactly how you like. And the graphics are next level. It makes you feel like you're actually there. The game also has some things like guided missiles, night vision, and even a nuke. If you're a fan of anything military, you will love the amount of detail put into this game. And it's very realistic with no health bars. Each hit towards an enemy will damage their vehicle, which you can see with an X-ray mode. In fact, with their last update, Air Superiority, they added the famous T-90M and Su-27, the new modifications of Abrams TUS-2, the legendary fighter Griffin, and the F-15 Eagle. Also, they completely reworked fire effects and added Volcano Valley. And they have tons of maps. Deserts, snowy mountains, forests. Download War Thunder for free using the link in the description. All new players and those who haven't played War Thunder for half a year or more will receive special bonuses listed on screen now.
Sure.
I think it's on one of the higher levels where they had some crazy stuff, from what I hear. In these experiments on the telekinetic kids, they would allegedly put them in this chair called the Montauk chair, which would allow them to use their powers. There were a few people that claimed to be experimented on, and sadly most of them have passed away in recent years. Okay, so Duncan, apparently the most gifted telekinetic guy, he was able to do crazy stuff, so they kind of just started only using him. The craziest thing I heard, and this is on record from this guy named Dr. Nichols, he literally said this on a video.
Duncan could form something in his mind. He had the power to actually bring it into physical reality. Actually, if he thought of a can of beer, it could create that can of beer and you could drink it.
Just from sitting in a chair here, which is crazy. And apparently he was able to do it with some stuff. What proof do we have of that? That's why I'm here trying to figure that out. But the monster. So the monster, Dr. Nichols realized all this was doing more harm than good. So what he did was he wanted to stop the program. He was like, okay, they're messing with time and stuff. I think he realized shouldn't be messing with stuff. So he said that to Duncan, which was the time is now. And then I guess something just went wrong with Duncan because he visualized a monster. And remember what I said? Anything he visualized appeared.
Bring up into his conscious mind a monster from the subconscious. A Bigfoot, essentially.
It starts ripping up this space that we're in.
It was angry, it was mad, it was hungry.
So that's why, like, we're here. I'm looking for if there's any evidence of, one, experimentation, crazy technology, and two, it looks like it was torn apart by a monster. He starts trying to unplug everything to get this monster to disappear. Nothing's working. He hears people screaming. Apparently this monster is eating people. So he's like trying to stop it with all his power, bro. This guy's literally, bro, this is literally Stranger Things, bro. Eventually he starts destroying everything, which all this is either destroyed by one, a monster, two, Dr. Nichols, or three, just people like us who come around, which obviously I wouldn't destroy anything because I'm such an awesome, nice, handsome, humble, I'm gonna take some more pictures before we go of like all the electronic equipment, and I'm gonna send it to my buddy who knows about this and see if he can tell us what this stuff is. Like maybe he's like, oh yeah, that's a mind control device. What is this? Bro, I don't know what it is with people sneaking into stuff and drawing penises, but they love it. I'm not gonna lie, I love it too. What man doesn't like drawing a good it's like a few things that people draw everywhere, and it's what are those called, pentagrams? I don't know why, like they just want to be creeped out. Their name and then penises. Oh, I swear I keep hearing something this way. Oh shoot. No GAT comments. No GAT comments. Favorite top 10 GAT moments of 2024. Dude, like, what is this? What electronic? What does this say? I'm gonna be honest, I can't find any damage that looks particularly like a monster did it. We're not finding really any evidence of experimentation because I don't really know what anything is. I think we're gonna head to the bunkers now in the forest. The bunker is where people claim they were experimented on, and the forest is where the monster was seen. And by the way, it turned out none of the electrical equipment was out of the ordinary for a large radio tower. So here we are at the bunkers. These are crazy huge. Closed to public access. They really made sure that this was secure. Like, so the CIA documents, they said there was no basement where they did stuff. But then somebody basically used equipment to scan underground. They found out there was stuff. People found sealed entrances that go downwards. And then somebody found apparent video footage of it. So it's literally like, they just proved the government was lying about that. So it's like, it really is with this conspiracy, like, what else is the government lying about? That one historian didn't want to say anything about this. There's no way I'm breaking through this. Finally, we headed up to the forest, where the monster that inspired Stranger Things was rumored to be. And by the way, I went to the actual filming locations of Stranger Things with my friend Manuel, so go check out his video. We now went over to the forest. This has gotta be one of the creepiest looking forests I've ever seen. Just started to snow though, which is cool. I love the snow. So a few years after the monster in the lab disappeared, someone took a picture. And even though they didn't see him in real life, it appeared in the picture. But yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna take a bunch of pictures here and hopefully, like, oh my gosh, bro. I saw that stop sign up there. Do you see it? Yeah. And it looked like a mouth, like red. Oh, that just scared. We didn't catch anything in the pictures like that one guy had claimed to, but there was also a weird creature that washed up on the beaches multiple times apparently. But I did some research into that, and it turns out it was a really fucked up raccoon. Not sure how that happened. So no real hard proof for the monster. I'm gonna say that's just gonna be a conspiracy. As for the Philadelphia experiment, that one has absolutely no evidence, nothing I could find. That one is just straight a conspiracy. But the most interesting one, Project Montauk Camp Hero, where all the craziest stuff happened. Mind control, the experimentation on people with telekinetic powers, all this stuff. CIA documents confirm a little bit, but not the crazy stuff. The base, it's real, but it is just an abandoned Air Force base. And then finally, most of the crazy stuff was publicized by Dr. Nichols. This is the guy that basically put all this out there, basically creating these conspiracies. And I did more research. It turns out he's a complete fraud. I can't speak for all the other people that have passed away, but this guy, he is a complete fraud, and he actually has a very, very dark past. a terrible person from what it seems. And I'm not even gonna get into that on this video, but this guy, Y-Files, made a great video about it. Go check that out. With all of this, the government is definitely doing some weird stuff that we don't know about. But the other 80% of it just seems like a conspiracy. And that's where I'm gonna leave it. We're trying to hit 1 million this year. I think it's easily possible. A banger will be posted a week from today. 1 week for every week, weekly. That's once a week during the week. Every week. Thanks again to War Thunder for sponsoring this video.